Trade reports are seriously escalating regarding the Golden State Warriors and Kevin Durant, as it's been widely reported that Mike Dunleavy is trying to make a home run hit over the next couple days, and now a recent report from Windhorst reveals that everyone's on the table, including Draymond Green, including Andrew Wiggins, including everyone with the exception of Steph Curry. So we're going to dive into all of the latest reports, what's happening in regards to the Kevin Durant trade scenarios to the Golden State Warriors, and why by every hour it's looking more and more likely that we'll see the return of one of the greatest Golden State Warriors of all time. So lots of stuff to break down in this video, but guys, of course, if you are a part of the 66% of our viewers that haven't hit the subscribe button just yet, and you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the Golden State Warriors, I know you guys are tuning in, watching the vids, and don't miss a single thing. We're very, very close to 8,000 subscribers, so we'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that sub button. But let's dive into the madness, because frankly, it is crazy what's going on right now over the past little bit in regards to Kevin Durant and a trade with the Golden State Warriors. Just a couple days ago, something like this felt impossible, and of course, there's been a ton of reports, a ton of different things coming out about the Warriors trying to make moves for basically everyone, but there are serious legs to this KD Golden State stuff. So let's just dive into the newest thing. So Grant Abseth has been one of the bigger ones that came out and said that multiple league sources have told me that there's increasing belief that Kevin Durant lands with the Golden State Warriors. Plenty has to happen, but the Warriors' pursuit of this trade has been aggressive. Just figured I'd mention as it's something to watch as the deadline looms. Now, Grant Abseth is actually someone that's a friend of the network, very, very deep insider out there in the Texas area. So, especially with the Dallas Mavericks. So a guy that definitely is tuned in to all of the latest updates and latest news, and isn't one of those big, you have your Jake Fishers, your Brett Siegels, that we'll talk about some of their reporting and stuff. They basically tweet out everything, but Grant doesn't really toss out a lot of stuff out there unless it's like really a surefire thing, unless it's something that's really going to come true. So Grant saying that has some serious legs to it, and then we also have some additional reports that give some extra context to this situation. Specifically, we'll take a look at them all here. Now, Brett Siegel came out and said the Warriors remain super aggressive in their pursuit of a superstar to pair along Steph Curry, leading to talk of a Kevin Durant reunion. So this isn't novel. Chris Maddox came out and said this is a new report as well. The Warriors are indeed serious about reuniting with Kevin Durant. Sources have told SI, and with the efforts to acquire Jimmy Butler stalled, rival execs believe the Suns are strongly considering deals for Kevin Durant ahead of this year's trade deadline. So this is stuff that, again, was rumbling, but now they're getting to the point where they are seriously, to a point where we can expect Mike Dunleavy to be putting his foot full tilt out there on the gas to acquire KD in one of these trades. And this is, the Suns being more interesting because Bradley Beal's not declining his no trade clause. He's not giving that up. He thought it was important. He doesn't want to uproot his family, according to recent reports. So there's no real other avenues. If there was any other avenue to acquire Jimmy Butler, get him to the Phoenix Suns, then essentially it would have been done by now. We've heard these reports for weeks. Phoenix would have this deal done if, there was an actual avenue for it to happen. But with Jimmy Butler unlikely going to the Phoenix Suns, they're going to have to make a move. They're in a very desperate situation with their kind of contract situations, the lack of picks, everything that's going on. So they're going to want to acquire some assets. And this is why things are starting to escalate. And it's going to get right to the point of the trade deadline. Because if something magical, thin air pops about a Jimmy Butler trade, the Suns are going to make it happen. But this KD stuff, it probably won't happen tonight, probably won't happen tomorrow. But right at that deadline, this is when this type of blockbuster trade is going to go down. And then we also have some insights in terms of what this package will look like. Because Brian Windhorst essentially revealed that Steph Curry is the only untouchable player on the Golden State Warriors roster ahead of this year's trade deadline. So that means, we could see the shocking trade, and I get it as an asset, some people have been calling for it and stuff, but, the heart and soul of this Golden State Warriors team, Draymond Green, is a piece that don't be shocked if he's thrown out there in one of these trade packages, essentially to make the money work, because Draymond Green, of course, is still, he gets trashed. Everyone says he's washed every single season and things like that. But Draymond Green continues to be, just a solid piece. Do Draymond Green things for the Warriors. All Warriors fans know this man in the lineup is, going to impact winning. Despite the fact he's 34, 35 in a few days, this man, give him his respect. So some people around the league are like, oh, Draymond Green, he should be a no-brainer in one of these deals. No, but it does make sense in a deal for KD. And obviously, Kevin Durant and Draymond Green's history, that beef seems to be squashed, but that's stuff that is definitely out there. But, Draymond Green this season averaging 8 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5.5 assists. So good stuff there from Draymond. And then, of course, Andrew Wiggins is another piece in those deals. 17.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists, with very solid shooting percentages. So those two guys seem like the prime candidates to be traded in a KD trade, but we're not sure what the main package is. Because as we've seen, the Suns in recent reports, they've leaked that they have some interest in Jonathan Kuminga, and it makes sense given his youth, given his high upside. Of course, he's going to get paid a serious contract, at the end of coming this off season, but definitely a piece that is like his contract's going to be huge, for this upcoming years, but he'd probably be a piece you throw in there for Kevin Durant. I mean, KD is still that guy. Like, everyone's talking about age. Everyone's talking about these different things. KD's averaging 27, 6, and 4. We saw him with Steph Curry win multiple championships, go on deep playoff runs. Even with his age at 36, you just got to take that risk. Especially, if you had a Luka Doncic, of course you don't, but you got to take the risk on some of these young guys, some of these young pieces. So this is where these potential packages do come into play. So a couple mock trades I've seen going around is Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns in return. Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors, and in return the Suns receive Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, multiple firsts, and then a few futures. So future swaps. So that's an interesting deal. A lot of draft capital, pretty draft capital heavy in this one. But if you're giving up Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green, you keep Jonathan Kuminga, you can keep Podziemski, then that's a deal that I'd be intrigued by. I know Kuminga, Podziemski, they have the biggest fans in the world and the biggest haters in the world within the Golden State Warriors fan base, but you keep those young guys, that is very, very encouraging. So that's a package that is intriguing. Of course, the defense would take a hit, but it's an intriguing deal. And then on the other one, I've seen Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Lindy Waters, and then multiple firsts. So that's the two that I've seen are the most engaging, most appetizing for the Golden State Warriors. Brian Windhorst essentially revealing that no one's off the table, essentially is corporate leaking, front office leaking memos to say to the public, Draymond Green can be one of these deals. Yes, there's a deep history of him with the Golden State Warriors. The fan base loves him. He's been a crucial piece to multiple championships, but it's you're getting pushed to the side out there for a KD trade. So, Waters too would be a tough kind of guy to let go, but that is what it is. It's for Kevin Durant, right? You just got to kind of, go with the road. Go with the road out there on that front. But one last thing I do want to bring up before in this whole KD saga and stuff. Very rumors, very skeptical because this guy's been right and wrong on different things. But NBA Trade Report came out and said that Golden State, Philadelphia, Phoenix, and Miami have held discussions on a multi-team trade that would reroute multiple all-star players. Nothing is imminent, but Golden State seems to be the driving force behind the negotiations. The trade deadline is Thursday, February 6th. So we could see something absolutely shocking in the coming days. So don't be surprised to see Kevin Durant back in the Warriors. Don't be surprised to see these blockbuster trades go down. But folks, if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button just yet, we are so close to 8,000 subscribers. It means the world to us here at Warriors Digest if you guys could hit that sub button, especially you spend the last 8 minutes, 40 seconds with us. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more action. But you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.